That must be our cue. Is that our cue? Thanks, Paul.
I think so.
Hi, folks, and welcome to another edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Richard Corris.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with our somewhere in the middle of June show, 2018. We're almost up to the summer solstice for 2018, which means the year is about half gone. But gee whiz, Christmas can't be far away, huh? We finally got some summer weather. It's warming up a bit, and if you happen to be downtown yesterday as of this taping, and we're there for all the festivities, we want to offer our congratulations to the Washington Capitals on winning the Stanley Cup. Go Caps. That was indeed quite an event, and they did it. They did it finally, so that's great. Well, we have news and community bulletin board, and as you may have noticed, Adele Quo is here with another installment of
It's Easy Being Green.
Indeed it is, and talking about amphibians tonight, Joe Treefrog is back.
I know.
Was he on assignment
He
somewhere?
was on assignment.
He was on assignment,
Absolutely.
and we'll guess we'll find out where that was any day now. Okay.
Good teaser.
All right, CBB, as I mentioned, a roll-in, Denise Pringle doing her reviews, and she's talking about The Nance tonight, our News for Seniors segment, and then a roll-in and Dr. Charles Toftoy and Zoe the therapy dog.
Oh,
I think, well, that's our show, and we'll wrap it up with a bye-bye and sign-off right after that. But before we begin, here's a social media reminder for you social media buffs out there. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News, and then the number 1, and then also on Facebook.com, Arlington Weekly News, and you can hear us also on the radio. We're in your ear now at 96.7 LPFM on WERA right here in Arlington. Well, here we go with the first of our news items, the Chamber of Commerce story. Arlington's Chamber of Commerce issued a letter expressing strong support of the county's efforts to secure Amazon's secondary headquarters. The Arlington sites there are 2 Arlington sites are being proposed, one in the Roslyn-Ballston corridor and the second one in Crystal City. The letter expressed confidence that Arlington had sufficient infrastructure to absorb the potential influx that a relocation would bring. The endorsement was not a surprise, however, coming from the Chamber of Commerce, whose primary interest revolves around business. So there you go. Richard.
Arlington voters went to the polls on Tuesday to vote in the June 12th primaries. Democrats made their choices between County Board contenders Chandra Chun and Matt DiFerranti, while Republicans participated in a statewide contest between Nick Freitas, E.W. Jackson, and Corey Stewart for a seat in the Senate. In the end, Democrats chose Matt DiFerranti, while Republicans backed Corey Stewart. Craig.
For a Democrat coming to the Arlington County Board. What? Also on news items, there was another big Idea Roundtable meeting on June 9, this time at Arlington Mill on Columbia Pike. This was the 3rd such meeting, although the announcement said that the meetings were a chance to join the Arlington County Board and Commission leaders in community conversation. The only board member in attendance was County Board Chair Katie Cristall, and the actual meeting was conducted by other members. There were about 20 county residents in attendance, and the emphasis was on neighbor-to-neighbor exchange of ideas. So that's good. Richard.
The leaders presented a series of questions to the attendees. The first question asked each participant to answer the question, "What makes Arlington Arlington?" in 5 words or less. Answers were varied, including close, convenient, quality of life, small town feel, diverse, liberal, good parks, diversity, but inequality, progressive, transient, growing, young, walkable, welcoming, smart growth, well-managed, wealthy but unequal, committed to specialness, grotesquely overpriced. Other questions included, what makes you stay in Arlington? What do you not like about Arlington? What does growth mean to you? How should Arlington manage growth? If you had a magic wand, what would you change about Arlington? The question-based format was somewhat limiting, but participation was plentiful, and the attendees seemed to enjoy the challenges.
Really some varied answers there, grotesquely overpriced, eh?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll get a lot
That
of
one
folks'
kinda
attention.
hit home.
More on that later. All right, we'll be back with our CBB Community Bulletin Board file right after we hear from Adele and another installment of
It's Easy Being Green.
Here's Adele.
Hey, it's great to be back, especially since Joe, our
Joe is
mascot
back.
here, decided to join us.
Joe came back.
So we have some 2018 gardening talks that take place almost every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Arlington Central Library. That's 1015 North Quincy Street. Tons of great garden topics, ranging from herbs, veggies, and edibles to weeds, pests, and diseases, and much more. All of these events are free. No registration is necessary, and there's plenty of parking. These Garden Talk series on basic gardening techniques and sustainable food practices run from March to October. So save the date for the next two because these are some hot topics that are coming up. They are favorites of both Joe Tree Frog, who's back, and Daniel, who's on assignment. So coming up on June 20th, we have composting and vermiculture. Compost is superior to fertilizers and mulches. Valued as black gold, you can create a nutritious soil amendment from plant matter decomposition known as composting. Add some wriggly worms, specifically the red wigglers or the red earthworms, and you can turn your organic waste into a nutrient-rich fertilizer, and you're well on your way with vermiculture. Your kitchen scraps are excellent sources of food for worms, which turn your garbage into rich soil. So you can learn these basics of composting and vermiculture for nutrient-rich soil amendment, and now you can skip fertilizers. On June 27th, we have a discussion on mushroom growing. You can grow your own mushrooms on a log. This hands-on demonstration includes the techniques and materials you need for success. Making your own mushroom log is easy, and the log can grow indoors like plants or outside in shade, so space shouldn't be an issue either for apartment or condo dwellers. You can download the entire series of talks, the schedules, at afacc.org/uploads/2018/garden-talks-2018-2. It's a handy little PDF. These garden talks are all led by volunteers and staff from the Arlington Food Assistance Center, that's AFAC or AFAC, the Plot Against Hunger, and the Northern Virginia Master Gardeners. If you have gardening questions, stop by the Master Gardeners Help Desk inside the library on Wednesdays, every Wednesday evenings. All talks are held by the Vegetable Garden, unless otherwise noted, and the Arlington Reads Arlington Grow Garden at Arlington Central Library grew out of a joint initiative of the library and AFAC Plot Against Hunger volunteers who dug the original garden near the library's east entrance in May 2010. In June of 2010, the garden was dedicated and containers added on the patios. So this June marks 8 years of continued volunteer expansion of the square foot gardens and perennial plantings, improved borders and irrigation on the tennis court berm, and interplanting with the perennial gardens. So remember, it's easy being green, enjoying these free garden talks at Central Library and the gardens.
Vermiculture.
Vermiculture, composting, mushroom growing.
And mushroom
Yummy.
growing.
I could save a ton of money if I grow my own mushrooms.
And I like this name for, guess what these are? Lumbricus rubellus.
Yes, I skipped the
I
botanic
like
names
that.
this time.
Lumbricus rubellus, otherwise known as worms.
That's right.
Much more glorified to say the Latin name. Well, that's good information. Thanks, Adele. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Here we go. As promised now, our CBB Community Bulletin Board file. Well, if it's June, it must be time for Pops for Pets. This is the 5th annual concert featuring our friends at the Arlington Philharmonic under the direction of Scott Wood. One unique feature of this outdoor performance is that well-behaved dogs are allowed to attend. Admission is FREE free, but donations are welcome since proceeds will go to help the Animal Welfare League of Arlington. That's coming up on Sunday, June 24 from 6 to 8 p.m., weather permitting. And it's happening at Lubber Run Amphitheater, 200 North Columbus Street. So check that out. Pups for Pets. That should be fun. Richard.
School's letting out. And so here's a chance for younger kids and their families to enjoy some outdoor time while listening to some read-aloud stories in the Aurora Highlands Park. The program introduces children to picture books, the library, and helps develop listening skills. As with most outdoor events, it is dependent on the weather and will be canceled in the event of rain. So keep your fingers crossed for Monday, June 25 from 10:15 to 10:45 a.m. at Aurora Hills Branch Library, 735 18th Street South. For more information, call 703-228-5715.
And Richard, also in our CBB file, well, Roslyn Cinema is back for the summer. Summer movies outdoors. It's your chance to sit back and enjoy an evening under the stars with your favorite movies. The movies start about dusk, but the fun starts at 5 p.m. with games and pub in the park. The upcoming movies are, coming up on June 22nd, The Fifth Element with Gary Oldman, Bruce Willis, and Mila Jovovich. I knew I was going to mess this up. Jovovich. Sorry, Mila. Science fiction action picture set in the 23rd century. And then on July 20, take 2 or 3, June 29, you can see Ratatouille, the 07 animated film from Pixar. It's about a French rat with an interest in learning to cook. The screenings will take place at Roslyn's Gateway Park, 1300 Lee Highway, very close to Roslyn Key Bridge and the Key Bridge Marriott there. Showings are dependent on the weather, of course, so you'll want to check that in advance before you head down there, check out their website on the day of the film, just to make sure. And their website should be on your screen there and in your ear now, www.roslynva.org/DO, Roslyn Cinema Outdoor Movie Festival. Richard.
Lovers of Japanese cuisine, here's a chance to enjoy a tasty meal while also helping out Arlington Independent Media, which includes Don Hammond's Weekly News and WERA FM radio. All you have to do is present a flyer when you dine in or carry out at the Sushi Zen Japanese restaurant on Wednesday, June 27, between 5 and 9 p.m. And Arlington Independent Media will receive up to 20% of your pre-tax food and beverage purchase. Sushi Zen is located in the Lee Harrison Shopping Center at 2457 North Harrison Street. Flyers will be posted to Sushi Zen's Facebook page on June 21st and 27th, or you can pick one up at Arlington Independent Media on North Danville Street, across Wilson Boulevard from the Whole Foods store in Clarendon.
That's a really good deal. You can help out AIM with 20% of your proceeds going to as a fundraiser for AIM, and to get some really good sushi. From what I've heard, Sushi Zen has excellent sushi for you sushi lovers. So that's a good event. Mark that on your calendar. All right, we'll be back with news for seniors right after we hear from Denise and her thoughts on The Nance. Here's Denise.
The Nance, a play by Douglas Carter Beane, is now playing at the Little Theater of Alexandria. A Nance was a stock character in burlesque, an effeminate homosexual who specialized in outrageous musical sketches and double entendres, usually played by a straight man. However, in this play, the Nance is Chauncey Miles, who is actually a gay man. The year is 1937, and burlesque houses have irked the sensibilities of Mayor LaGuardia, who is waging a moralistic campaign to shut them down. Chauncey is at an automat when he meets Ned, a young man new to New York City. He invites him home for a sexual encounter, and the next morning invites him to stay with him. The two develop a relationship and socialize with Ephraim, the top-billed comic and manager at the Irving Place Theater, and the 3 strippers who work with them. Chauncey is actually a supporter of LaGuardia and believes his stance against burlesque will die down once the election is over. That proves not to be true, and Chauncey soon sees his livelihood ripped away from him as he himself sabotages the genuine love that young Ned has for him. His own self-loathing is reflected by a drag sketch of an aging prostitute he performs late in the show. In his director's notes, Frank D. Schutz II mentions that he is proud that LTA jumped at the chance to be the first DC area theater to produce this show. He has assembled quite the cast to animate these characters. Chuck DeLuhy as Chauncey and Jack B. Stein as Ephraim really deliver over-the-top performances that capture the campy gestures of the performers they portray. John Paul Odie focuses on the tenderness and innocence of Ned, and Charlene Sloan as Sylvie the stripper, who is a member of the Communist Party, savors her political arguments with Chauncey. The set design by Dan Remmers uses a revolving design to feature the stage and backstage area of the Irving Place Theater, Chauncey's apartment, and the Automat. The Nance is at the Little Theater of Alexandria through June 23rd. It will make you laugh out loud and sigh in desperation with equal ease. I'm Denise Pringle. Now back to the news desk.
Okay, Denise, our movie reviewer. Thanks, Denise, and her thoughts on The Nance. Okay, here we go. As promised now, our News for Seniors segment. AARP, ARP, conducts a 2-day driver's safety class for seniors once a month at various centers around Arlington and Northern Virginia. Upon completion of the class, recipients receive a certificate of completion, which may qualify you for discounts on your car insurance. The class reviews current rules of the road, plus defensive driving techniques and how to operate a car more safely in today's increasingly challenging driving environment. The class will be held on Tuesday, June 19 and Wednesday, June 20 from 9 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon at Walter Reed Community Center and Park, located at 2909 16th Street South here in Arlington. It costs $20, but if you're an ARP member, you get a $5 discount. It's only $15 for ARP members. For more information and to register, give them a call at the number on your screen and in your ear, 703-228-0955. Richard.
Professional milliner Kate Brown Pernia has made hats for Broadway shows, the New York City Opera, the Kentucky Derby, and high-profile clients. She is bringing samples of her vintage hat collection. In addition, she will be displaying a selection of more current-style hats, which attendees will be permitted to try on. That's on Tuesday, June 19th at 11 a.m., Arlington Mills Senior Center, 909 South Dinwiddie Street. For more information and to register, call 703-228-7369. Craig.
And Richard, also in our News for Seniors segment, well, there is a new ultimate cure and healing agent, and surprisingly, it turns out to be sleeping better. There are scientific facts that explain the extreme importance of getting proper sleep. You can join health specialist Gwendolyn Beck, who is manager of senior health at Virginia Hospital Center, to explore amazing techniques to improve your overall sleep. Set your alarm clocks for Friday, June 22nd from 10 to 11 in the morning at Walter Reed Community Senior Center and Park, 2909 South 16th Street here in Arlington. For more information and to register, give them a call at the number on your screen, 703-228-0955. Richard.
Arlington Mills Senior Center is hosting an art swap. Folks can bring their own artwork or art supplies to create a piece of work on site. There is also an opportunity for local artists to meet each other. That's on Sunday, June 24, from 1:30 to 3 p.m. at Arlington Mills Senior Center, 909 South Dinwiddie Street. For more information, call Center Director Nick England at 703-228-7369.
And we'd also like to thank Judy Misabny of OSAP, Office of Senior Adult Programs, for helping us out in sending these announcements. Thanks, Judy. We appreciate it. We'll be back with sign-off and bye-bye right away here from Dr. Chuck Toftoy and Zoe, the therapy dog. Take a look.
Hello, everyone. I'm Charles Toftoy, 41 years in Arlington, and I got another fellow Arlingtonian here with me, Zoe, who is my certified registered therapy dog, and she goes to assisted living places all over Arlington. She's helped hundreds of people now in the last six years doing this therapy program, where she does tricks at these places. Usually my wife and I are in the center. They clap and applaud her after every trick and cheer, and she loves it because she's a diva. Also, last month I had a West Point reunion at the military academy, and she put on a program for my classmates. When I get through, she'll do a few of her tricks to give you a sampling of, she does over 20 tricks. We'll show you a few of them. Yorkies were really developed in the 19th century, just to give you a little background on the dog breed. 1850, 1890 in there, they were ratters, and workers would bring their Yorkie to the mine shafts, to textile mills, and even retail stores and restaurants, and the Yorkies would chase the rats out. So that's how they got popular. Yorkies are intelligent, they're bold, they're good security dogs, and they're very playful, independent, affectionate, very confident dogs. They walk with a strut like they're bigger than any other dog, and also they're courageous. I mentioned she's a registered certified therapy dog. To get certified, Zoe had to pass 11 tests. These tests are standard throughout the United States, so regardless of what state you're in, your dog has to pass all 11 tests. If they fail one, then they fail the test, and they have to come back or get retrained. Here, we'll do the best we can here in the studio. Okay, go over your hoop. Come on, jump through your hoop. Here we go. All right, come on, come on. Good girl. Let's do that again for everybody, Zoe. Come on, jump through your hoop. Good girl. Okay, hit your drums. Go ahead, hit him. Good girl. That's so good. How about your light? You want to do your light? Oh, she's going to play the piano. Zoe, here. You want to play the piano? Play your piano. Good girl. You hit it. Do your light. Oh, look at that, everybody. Okay, that's good. So let's give her a treat. Here, Zoe. That's good. Zoe loves to jump. Zoe, you want to do your steeplechase? Come on over your steeplechase. How about again? Again, Zoe. One more time for everybody. Oh, Zoe, you're doing so good. Go around your cones. That's good. Come on, keep going. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're doing so good, Zoe. Woo. Okay, Zoe, here. Sit. High five. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you. Shake with the other paw. Okay, very good. Good girl. Okay, now, you want to wave. You want to wave? Do your wave. Oh, that's good. How did you get so smart, Zoe? Now, which hand's it in? Which hand's the treat in? You got it right, Zoe. Good girl. Boy, you are so smart. That's fabulous, Zoe. Let's do spin. That's good, Zoe. Okay, Zoe, sit. Zoe, stay. Okay, I like this one because if you're walking your dog and it wants to race across the street, stay. If it wants to race across the street, if I tell her stay like that, she sits immediately, and that's really important. Come, good girl. Now, for that, you really deserve a treat. That's great, Zoe. Okay, what more do you want to do now? Huh? Let's see. What can we do? Let's go through the tunnel. Okay, here we go. Go through your tunnel. Here, over here. Okay, go on through. Here she comes, everybody. There she is. Oh, where did you come from? Let's do it again. Come on, here she goes. She loves her tunnel. Now, we have another Yorkie at home who's her adopted mother. And you deserve a treat for that. And she is very sweet, but she doesn't do any of these tricks. A lot of dogs would come up this tunnel and just go the other way, like her adopted mother does. But Zoe is a diva. She loves to put on these shows. And a lot of the people at these places that we go to, they just love her to death. And when she walks down the corridor to go into the activity room, I mean, they just start cheering because they say Zoe's here. Okay, and wrapping up, that's a little bit of background on Yorkies. Also, that, you know, you can get your dog certified, but you have to go through that process, like I was saying. And Zoe, you want to come over here and say goodbye? Come on. Come on, good girl. Whoa. Okay, here, come here. I think a good wrap-up would be a close-up of you and not me, because you're the one that's beautiful. Okay, Zoe says thank you, everybody, and we appreciate AIM letting us have Zoe with a little showtime here. Thank you very much.
Okay,
There
here
you
we
go.
are.
All right, that's very nice. We're back. Thanks to Chuck
That was
Toftoy and
enjoyable.
therapy dog Zoe. That was great. She did all of her drills and she got her treats, and nice job. We could all use a little therapy like that. A little canine,
Yeah,
four-legged
yeah,
canine therapy.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's our show. We got to wrap up and get out of here. Once again, congratulations to the Washington Capitals. They did it. They brought home the Stanley Cup, and we'll see what happens next year. But congratulations to the Caps. Great fans. And thanks to all of you for watching. Next week, we'll try it again. If you're out there, we'll be here, and we'll give it another go. Take care. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.